Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever noticed that your Playwright tests become difficult to maintain as soon as your project grows? Imagine you have 100 login tests and the login page suddenly changes. Do you really want to update all the 100 tests? Absolutely not. That's where the page update model comes in. In this video, we will build our first POM framework using Playwright, Python, and PyTest in just minutes. So let's begin. So what is page object model? So page object model is not a framework. It's a design pattern. Now what this design pattern will do is that every web page has its own Python class. Now inside that class, basically, we will have the locators. We have the user actions like click, search, etc. And they are also stored inside that class. Now, what happens is that when you have a separate Python class where you have a locators and user actions, now test files only call those methods, which means that all these actions eventually should be converted or written in such a way that it should be a part of the method. Now we just need to call those methods. So instead of writing the code directly inside the test, which we were doing earlier, we will write reusable methods. We will use the power of programming, and here we will be using the power of object oriented programming. So we will write the function once and call that function 100 times or 1000 times wherever you need. So basically, we have a separate test which call those functions. We have a separate Python class where we have the locators and the actions. Now, the question you might have in the mind is that why we need POM. So without POM, there would be a code duplication. I just give you an example. If you have 100 test cases and you are basically going to the application, providing the username, password, then clicking the login button, and then you are going to another test. So every scenario has the repetitive steps. So every time we have to go through this login process, right? So if you are having 100 test cases and 100 test cases are following this approach, so you are repeating the code. So this is a one problem where we have a code duplication. Now, second problem is that it would be really difficult to maintain. Now, tomorrow, if there is a change in the login and you have a repetitive code across 100 test cases, this means that you have to update all the 100 test scenarios or the test cases. It's really hard. Then it's hard to read because you're repeating the code. Secondly, it makes your test files bigger because you are writing every single thing from locators to actions, everything inside the test file. Now with POM, what happens is that we will be creating a reusable code. We will be creating a reusable methods and using those methods in the test. Then tomorrow, if there's any change, so for example, for the login, I have a one method and I have created it once and there are 100 test cases which needs login. I will just call that method. And if there's a change in login, so I just need to update that one method and automatically every single place where this method has been called is updated. So it's easy to maintain, better readability, and this is the industry standard. Now let's go to the PyCharm and let me show you. So previously what we were doing here, we were just going here, everything is written over here. The locators, the actions we are performing on them, right? Everything is written in the single file. And tomorrow, 100 test cases needs login, we would be repeating those steps. And again, the problem is the maintenance, right? So if there's a change in the login, for example, this locator got updated. So you need to update this locator in 100 files. So it's hard to maintain, right? So what we'll do here is that we will create a one folder and this folder will contain the pages. So every page will be having some locators, and that locators needs to be in a Python class. So we'll create the pages folder, and here inside that we need to create our login page class. So let's go here and go to new Python file and let this name as login underscore page, and here we'll create a class for the login page. Similarly for the other pages like the sessions, my profile, add to cart, every page you see in the application, for every page you will be creating the page object. So login page, this is the name of the class, and inside that now let's create a function, basically def underscore self in it, and we'll pass the page, and here self dot page is equals to page. Now using the self, basically self means that we belongs to this instance, belong to this particular method. So self dot username is equals to, here we will come up with the locator. So we will store the locator, and let me go here. So locator was page dot get role. So this is the complete locator, right? This one. So let me copy this one, come back over here and paste it over here. Let's do the same thing for the password field. So here we say self dot password equals to, and again we need a locator, and let me copy this complete line of code from here and paste this here. Similarly, we need a locator for the login button. So self dot login underscore button, and we need a locator for the button, and here is the locator. So let's copy this complete from here, come back here and paste it over here. Now we need to place one bracket over here. Now what we need to do is that we need another function, basically, which will open the application. So simply def, you see that I'm creating the functions now. So open, and this, the first one is basically a constructor over here, and here self. So why we are creating the constructor? Because when we are using that in the test, basically constructor purpose is to initialize the things, right? So that's why. And here page open dot self, and here again self dot page, self dot page dot go to, and here we need to provide the URL inside that one. So now this is a function basically, and why we are creating the function? So tomorrow we just need to call this function, right? So 1,000 times needed, I will just call this function, which is open. So open will automatically open the page and navigate to this login page. Now similarly for logging into the application, I create a function login, again self, and then we have username, then because this needs two things, username and password. So self dot username, self dot username, This is the one which we are referring over here because it has this locator value. Now, once we have this, what we need to do? We need to fill, right? And fill with the username. And this username we will provide that when we are executing the test. So similarly, just copy this line of code from here. Let's copy this one from here and paste it over here. So instead of this, so it would be self.password. So self.password, and we need to fill with the password. And third thing is that we need to click on the login button. So self.login underscore button. And what we need to do, we need to click on this button, right? Now our page object file is ready. We have created the function to open the application. We have a function to log in into the application. We just need to call these functions. Tomorrow, if there is a change any locator, I will come to this file and update the locator. If there is change any flow, maybe a third field is required. So I will locate that field, add over here, and use that field here in this function accordingly. Now let's create a test which will utilize this page object. So let's create a Python file. So test underscore login underscore POM. And here we need Playwright basically. So Playwright sync API, Playwright dot sync API, and from that import page and expect if you want assertions, right? And now we also need to import these page object so that we can call those functions. So from here, I say from the pages, right? Dot login underscore page import this login class. Now I have imported this login class so that I can call the functions written in this class. Now here, I simply need to create a function like test underscore valid underscore login, and let's go with the page, pass the page object and page, and here let's create the object of the class. So login, and here equals to with the class name which is login page, and we need to pass the page. So we just create an object from the class, and using this one we simply can call those functions. So here you can see that we can see this open. So as soon as I click this one, so this line will actually execute and open the browser and navigate to this particular URL. And in similar way, login dot we have a function for the login, this one, right, which needs username and password. So here I just need to provide the username comma the password, right, and that's it. So here you see that what we did exactly. Here, everything was written here. We are opening the page, we are locating, clicking, everything is written in this way. And this is a linear approach. And tomorrow, if these steps needs to be repetitive, for example, 100 test cases need these steps, so you would be repeating the code. And also it would be hard to maintain this one if there is a change. But in case of page object, so we have created a class, we have these locators over here, and we created the functions. So tomorrow if there is any change in the locator, I will simply update over here because our test is just calling those functions. That's it. If there's any change in function required, I will update this function. And if I call that function in 100 test cases, doesn't matter. I will update over here. it will automatically reflect in my test cases. So that's the benefit of using the page object model design pattern. Now let's run this one and see what happens. So run this test. The test file is test underscore login underscore POM, and we are running in the edit mode. So you will see that it will open the browser, navigate to this page, and then it will log in successfully. So in this way, you can implement the page object model. And again, this is a very basic thing. In actual projects, we have different configurations files, we have test data files, we have reporting stuff, a lot of stuff. So all this stuff will combine together and build up the framework. The purpose of this session is to make you understand that what is page object model and how it is beneficial if you use this design pattern in your automation testing.